Your host, Agrod. It is currently May 12th. It is 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which means we have canceled Menlo University and we have canceled the Peace Academy. And instead, we are going to be hosting Sounds of Steem. And if you're not aware, Sounds of Steem is it's a musician, it's a live digital concert, is what it is. So like we get all the folks that are exceptional musicians on the Steem blockchain, and we pull them into this concert, and we get folks to just freaking sing, perform, play music, do what they do, and people are telling me that my voice is a little low. Normally nobody complains about that. If I'm being honest, everybody's like, "Hey, tell that guy to shut up." But uh, but not tonight. So I got Crystal here. Crystal, are you there?
I'm here. Hello, everyone.
It's wonderful to have you. And Azaria, are you there, my dear?
Hello. How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm glad to have you both. It's going to be a funky night. We're going to see just how many performers we have. We had a couple last minute cancellations, it appears, and we might have a couple last minute additions. This show is always the Muppet Show. And honestly, I don't think I'd have it any other way. I mean, like, I'm a shoot from the hip kind of guy. If things are going totally according to plan, then that it just is odd to me. I expect things to go a little wonky. Do we have?
Keeps us on our toes.
It does keep us on our toes. Do we have, like, I know that we have a list of performers. Do we have a list in terms of what order they are going to be performing in? Do we know what that is for this evening?
We don't yet. I just have knowledge that the lovely Melody is staying up really late to perform for us tonight, and I think Sammy Deeberid is also staying up late for us, so we might want to get them on earlier.
Well, that's great.
On in the show.
And then Nathan, we can do Nathan third then. Because
Okay.
Well, why don't we put Nathan on first, because he's always bloody brilliant and on it, and great way to start the show, just confidence.
Yeah.
Well, my current problem. Oh, he's in the waiting room. I actually don't know if he's sound checked, so I don't know. I don't know who's.
Okay, true.
I think Sammy got sound checked, and
Well, Sammy's still in soundcheck too. I know Melody did. I was in there for that, so we can grab her if you like. And I was also going to say we should grab Shane as well. He's always great with our music shows, and I invited him on last time, and then he didn't speak. So we should get Shane on for chats.
I just pulled Shane in, and I will pull in Melody. We'll see if Melody is ready. We know. So, like the Melody, you've gotten 0 heads up, but I'm curious if you would like to go first.
Okay, I'm in.
Excellent. I love it.
Well, that sounds fantastic. Do you guys? So first off, what's the title of the song that you're going to be singing for us?
I thought I could do something differently today, and I have a song in Austrian dialect.
Ooh.
It's gonna be really different now.
I'm looking forward to this.
But I was sitting on a campfire tonight, and a friend of mine said, like, you should play this song. This is a a favorite of hers. So I thought, why not give it a try? And this song is called Menschsein, which means like being human, and it's about what everything that we could be. That we live in a world where we don't allow ourselves to be who we are really, and what we could be if we did. It's like
Nice.
a vision, of being
Interesting.
human or anything you like to be.
Well, I don't think I've heard anything sung in Austrian before, so this is going to be a first for me. I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's an international show. I mean, we got Americans, we got Australians, we have a bunch of Europeans. I mean, who knows what's coming on this evening?
We have some Venezuelans, I know that too.
Yeah. We'll have Spanish, Austrian, English. I mean, literally, like, it's hard to get a much more mixed group of eclectic songs. But then again, it's hard to get stuff that sounds this good, that's this authentic, and coming from the heart. I'm just so used to all this poppy crap, and it's so nice to come into this and hear beautiful singers with their like absolutely amazing vocals and singing from their heart, and it's world changing for me.
For sure. And it's really amazing to see such a diverse range of music and also people from all over the world. I mean, you never get to hear other languages in Australia sung that often. It's really, really rare. So it's been an eye-opening experience and just some amazing music, especially from you, Melody. I love your stuff.
All right.
Thank you.
So Melody, do you feel like you're ready to perform? Can you bust out some songs for us?
Yes.
All right. Well, take it away, Melody.
Okay. Can you hear the guitar?
It is a little quiet, to be honest. I guess I should
Okay.
check this with everybody. That's better.
Better?
Better.
Okay. Bin ich alleine, hörst du's an? All die Worte, sie sind so laut. Das Leben verläuft auf Schienen, der Weg ist klar. Und Endstation ist dort bei allem, was schon war. Ich will entgleisen, wie endlich sein, wie sie's ganz neue Wege loszugehen. Ich will enteisen, ich will verstehen, warum man nur das, was uns sorgt, wird singen. Es ist soweit, Veränderung braucht keine Gelegenheit. Es ist soweit. Wo kämen wir hin, wenn alles bleibt, wie es jetzt schon ist? Was war da noch Menschsein, wo man seinen eigenen Sinn abgibt? Wo kämen wir hin, ohne Rücksicht, ohne Gefühl? Was war da noch Menschsein, wenn man nicht besser werden will? Was war da noch Menschsein, ohne Hoffnung, ohne Ziel? Wer konnte da noch Mensch sein, also ganz bestimmt nicht ich. Ich will lachen, ich will reden, ich will die Stimme in mir selber wieder hören. Ich möchte nichts beweisen, ich will nur sein. Es geht schon viel zu viel Zeit ganz ohne mich vorbei. Ich bin nimmer auf der Flucht. Ich finde ab jetzt, ich hab's lang gesucht. Die Welt ist jede Möglichkeit, die meinem Leben Sinn verleiht. Es ist soweit, Wandel verwandelt sie in Wirklichkeit. Es ist soweit. Wo kämen wir hin, wenn alles war, was jetzt noch ist? darf dann alles das sein, was schon von Natur aus ist. Gibt's da wohin, oder ist der Schritt das Ziel? Gibt's da dann noch Grenzen zwischen uns, die noch was zählen? Gibt's da dann noch Hunger, muss wer morden, muss wer stöhnen? Wo kämen wir hin, wenn wir singen, wir spielen das Spiel? Dann kann man Mensch sein oder das, was jeder will. Dann kann man Mensch sein oder das, was jeder will. Dann kann man Mensch sein oder das, was jeder will.
Well, that was absolutely beautiful, Melody. So, what was that inspired from? Is that an original? Is that a cover of something? I've never heard that before. Since
yeah, it's an original of mine, and it's actually a really old song of mine. I think it's maybe 10 years old already, and it came back to me because I haven't played it in a long time, but my friends, we used to sing it together, and so they were like, hey, you haven't played this song in ages, and I almost forgot about it. And it was inspired by, I was in a crisis, and I and because of all the things in this society that where you have to change for, and there was this vision of mine of we could just be what we are, and then there would be we would be free, and there would be no borders and no hunger and no greed. And yeah, it's a kind of a like a dream, a teenage dream of mine.
Very starry-eyed, but no, it's beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
That really was stunning, hon. Like, wow.
That's a great dream to have when singing on the Peace, Abundance, and Liberty Network. I mean, that sounds
exactly.
perfect.
Right. It's a beautiful message, and as always, so beautifully sung by you. It's just
thank
the
you,
voice of an angel.
Now, Melody did make us a rather amazing offer earlier when she heard that we've had a few people cancel, and that was to perform twice for us. So I was just wondering, were we going to do that? Because I personally can always go for another Melody performance.
Yeah.
Well, before we do that, I want to know something. Melody, I do the co-hosting with Asaria and Crystal, and your name pops up every once in a while whenever we're doing our show. And how long have you been playing? Where did you learn to play? What inspired you to start playing music? That I always want to know this from people. What got them to love music?
The bug. Where did you catch the bug?
It was my mom, basically. She was singing to me when I was I think she was singing to me when I was still in her belly already, and we have this musical connection in our family. I started playing guitar really late, but I've always been singing, and that was kind of a something that I just always did. And I was, for a long time in my life, I was really shy about it, to sing in front of other people than my family. And I think I had my first public performance when I was 18, 19, and I was almost dying because I was so nervous.
Oh yeah.
I wanted to escape somehow. But I did it, and I still do it. But I'm not. My instrument, my main instrument is the voice, and I'm always enjoying it a lot when some instrumentalists play with me on stage. So when I play on festivals, I have my my sweet little band with me, and that is a very different experience. But yeah, I guess I'm a self-taught singer. My mom just did it with me. I don't have any singing education or musical education at all. Actually, I don't know what I'm doing at all. I'm just doing it.
Well,
that's okay, and you're doing it very well.
I was going to say you've got us fooled. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's always it's always amazing to me. You know, just the natural talent that some people have for music. Like some of the students I teach, they're 4 years old and they're already singing beautifully, and they just instantly, just intuitively know how to play piano really well. It's always amazing that that happens.
Yeah, I'm always really insecure about. I'm not good at playing anything by hearing it, but with my voice, I think the big difference for me is um, I do it for myself. I I need singing to stay sane, maybe.
I so get that. If I couldn't sing when I've lost my voice and haven't been able to sing, it's like an itch you can't scratch. It's just it gnaws at you and it sucks.
Yeah.
I'm right there with you.
Well, Shane feels that way about his triangle. Because he's an expert triangle player. He excels at that.
He is a phenomenal triangle player.
Yeah, and he plays it to stay insane.
Oh, I shred the triangle.
He's taking the triangle to whole new levels.
I'm interested in having Melody perform again, although I want to make sure that everybody gets a chance to play once through. I still feel heartbroken about asking Menno to not play a song after we had invited him to go play. So I'd like to get through everybody and then see where we end up. And then if there's still more time and still more performers, I'd welcome second performances. But I do want to make sure that everybody gets their chance during the Sounds of Steem concert.
For sure.
So
I'm just afraid I cannot stay up any longer.
So why don't we
sleep deprived
Melody,
right now.
that was amazing. Thank you for singing
Melody
that.
probably won't be able to
Haunting
stick
is a
around.
phenomenal word, and I mean that. And I don't know how things can beautifully haunt you, but that's exactly what that does. I mean, I've been trying to think of the joke of like you had me at something, but I don't know any words in Austrian to be like you had me at eek or something. But that's what I was thinking.
Thank you so much. It's always a pleasure to be invited to the show. It's always really, I'm enjoying that a lot. And now my brain is so slow, I'm not even that nervous anymore, you know?
I've been a fan since I first heard your voice, and you absolutely stole my heart with so many of your songwriters. That series we did, Can't Say Words, back in the day, and you've just, you never let us down. You have such an amazing talent, and I'm just so grateful you're here with us.
Oh, thank you. Same here.
All right. Well, Melody, thank you very much. Let's go. Nathan K seems like he's a ready performer. So let's go grab Nathan and bring him on air. Melody, if you're able to stick around, please do, because we might call your number again, and we'd love to have you perform again if everybody gets a chance to
I'm sorry, but I'm not sure I can do that.
It's really late for her. She's already stayed up for us.
We'll go to bed. It's okay. We'll catch you some other time. We'll keep shifting this back and forth between the late night performance and the early performance so that we can try to catch as many people on as many continents as possible.
Thank you.
Melody, thanks for
Have
sharing.
a good one.
Bye.
Thanks, Melody.
All right, Nathan, you there, bud?
Yeah, man. You hear me?
I can hear you great. How are things?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
For like the three people in this audience that don't know who you are, do you want to give us a quick background of where you come from, some of the music that you play, and a little of your unique style?
Okay, cool. My name is Nathan Kay, and I'm currently living in Melbourne in Australia. I've been playing music for a very long time. I do a one-man band show which is what has gotten me touring around the world and around Australia a lot, where I play electronic drum kit with my feet that I made myself out of wetsuit plywood and guitar cables, at the same time as lap steel slide guitar and beatboxing into a didgeridoo and singing. And then I also play 6-string guitar and 12-string guitar and the Dan Moi, which is a Vietnamese jaw harp and sounds like this.
I picked one of those up the other week, and it's sorry you hid it from me.
What? Well, that's because you need lessons. So, once you take lessons, I'll give it back.
The mouth.
I love it.
This particular one I'm playing, because they're made in Vietnam. Yeah, they're made from the leftover bullet shell casings that are in the trillions left all over the countryside there. So they're turning weapons of war into instruments.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
That's amazing.
I just hope I don't get Agent Orange when I'm putting my lips to it.
Well, on that note, let's go perform. So, what are you gonna be singing tonight, Nathan?
I'm going to sing an original song on my 6-string guitar, my trusty 6-string, and it's called "Be Silent and Listen to the Call," which is, it's covering the inner journey of the seeker. It was inspired by a 12th century Sufi mystic poet Jalaluddin Rumi. Rumi's like my favorite poet, and there's a couple of lines from his poetry in it, and then the rest are mine. But it started off that philosophical journey of the seeker, and how we need to do the inner work first before we get to the the revolution in the outer, in the community. So yeah.
All right. Well, you feeling up for it? I want to hear it.
All right. Oh, where'd you get that pick from? Oh my God.
That is
a short film I did years ago. Oh gosh. Inspiration that you see is already inside of you. Be silent and listen to the call. Do not feel lonely, 'cause the universe is inside of you. Be silent and listen to the call. When I fall, I could be more and 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 more grateful. All the love that you see is already inside of you. Be silent, listen to the call. When you feel despair, remember life's breath inside of you. Be silent, listen to the call. But when I fall, I could be more and more and more and more and more. More and more and more and more and more. More and more and more and more and more. Grateful. I could be more and more and more and more and more. More and more and I stand here strong with all my brothers, all my msp-wave sisters, and all my lovers, all the people who understand that in order to survive, we got to be hand in hand. We stand not with fists, we got more things that we could be as is, but I rather let go. Surrender to light, surrender to the beauty Great Spirit provides. Great Spirit is in your reflection, pointing my compass in the right direction. In your eyes, divinity. I'm really loving what I see, and what I see is me in you and in everyone here too. That's true vision from third eye, opening up so you can inspire with clarity. Support each other to breaking free from this shitty system that pins us down. Heed this call and heart this sound. This music will reverberate across the earth for a higher state. So grab this file and share it to all. Make this shit go viral so they all hear the call of this kind of cliched hippie ideals. And I know sometimes it doesn't seem real, but reality is what you create. There is no fate but what you make a choice and make it loud. Make it together and make it proud. Make it with positivity. Yeah. Realize your divinity. I'm living with an attitude of gratitude. Somewhere over the rainbow, birds fly. Hey! There's a place that I dreamed of. Dreams really do come true. Someday I wish upon a star, wake up where the clouds are far behind. Where trouble smell like lemon drop, high upon the chimney top. That's where you'll find me. Over the rainbow. Hey! Here we go. No, I could be more and more and more and more and more. More and more and more and more and more. More and more and more and more and more. Grateful. Inspiration that you seek is already inside of you. Be silent and listen to the call.
Huzzah!
Yeah.
Huzzah!
That's just freaking brilliant, mate.
I had to throw in a bit of somewhere over the rainbow in there. There was some similar chords. Yay!
I was just like, that is freaking awesome when you went into that bit. I was like, didn't see that coming.
Yay!
Oh, man, you never failed to put on a brilliant show.
Oh, thank you, darling. You know, it's so weird not playing my drums and everything else at the same time. I'm like,
Your legs going everywhere, like I should be doing something.
I hope you felt the rhythm at least punching through there.
Absolutely.
He's getting bored at his own music. He's like, all right, I need to go play this thing with one of my nostrils and put something in my other one.
Well, no, that's something that's what Shane does because he doesn't know how to play. But
all holes filled with Nathan K.
Wrong on so many levels.
Yeah, way too many levels.
My face hurts.
Nathan.
Hey, Nathan. So, hold on. I have questions for Nathan because we've heard him several times on the other shows, and now I have him one-on-one. This is my first chance to have one-on-one. So, you're multifaceted. You've been acting. You do musicians. What came first? Was it acting or music that's your first love?
Oh, it's hard. I mean, look, you know, if we go way back to my childhood, I was doing both. I mean, I would do little shows. I'd bring the local neighborhood into my basement and I'd show them my whips and chains. I'm joking. I'd put on some like Beatles and Elvis records and then sort of karaoke over it. And then I would, like play little characters and stuff like that. So I was already doing both. And when the other boys were playing cars in the dirt, I get asked by the girls to come and play, prince and princesses kind of stuff. And I was like, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
And so I would go and play these imaginary games with the hot chicks while the other boys are going, girls jams. And I was like,
you had it figured out years before everyone else did.
That helped in my teenage years, I might say. So I was doing both. They really are. I couldn't put one over the other. They were both very much related. Career-wise, I was doing gigs live with my first band, and that was like a stand-up comedy band. So we do our own songs, and then we do spoofs of other songs, and we dress funny, and then we do stand-up comedy routines. That was my first band, and then and then I also was doing acting, but acting just took off quicker, so that became my first career.
That sounds like a fun show, frankly.
Yeah. If the drummer hadn't slept with my girlfriend, we probably would have kept going.
Fair enough for bailing on that one.
You shouldn't let these little things get in the way of your music.
Well, no, I just took it as a sign that I needed to focus on my acting at that time, and I went to acting school, same acting school as Joel Edgerton and David Wenham, those a lot of other famous Australian actors, and that was my career for years. And then what happened? I'd just been on a big TV soap opera in Australia called Home and Away. And
Sorry.
Yeah, have a giggle. And I flew over to England just after shooting it because my older brother was having another spell of depression. And so I went over to try to make sure that he was all good. And then I met my half brother for the first time. He grew up in England and I'd never met him before. And we started playing music a lot. I scooted over to France and met up with a French girl. I was staying in her apartment and I found a couple of Ben Harper CDs. And she's like, "Oh, this is Ben Harper." And
Nice.
Ben Harper? I went, Ben Harper. All right. Fucking Ben Harper came.
Anyway. Yeah, like I just love the Harper. That was
Ben Harper. And I recorded that onto cassette and put it in my cassette Walkman.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Dating yourself there, mate.
Yeah, dating myself. I don't care. Fuck it. And I was listening to that album thinking, and it just spoke to me so loudly that I was like, that's right. I'm a singer-songwriter. What am I doing? I've let that career kind of that passion. I was still writing songs, but I wasn't doing it for other people, playing it. And I went, no, this has got to change. So as soon as I would stop in Amsterdam and I'd ask for gigs there, and then I did it in England as well. Did some recording, came back to Australia, and pretty much did a flipsy. I started playing music live, and it took over. So.
Was that before or after being Chook?
that was after being shook. I was shook when I was
After
19.
Chook.
Yeah, Muriel's wedding was shot when I was 19 years old.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, that was trippy. That was my first sex scene. And,
An
there's also
entertaining one at that.
oh, it actually went a lot longer, the sex scene, and it was this funny kind of thing where we had to rehearse it, right?
Of course,
And-
yeah.
And we had to rehearse.
Now, is this one of those where you mess up on purpose just to retake the practice over and over?
Look, I was so nervous. You know, I mean, a lot of the other girls and guys were famous, and I was nobody. You know, and we went into the actual set was in this Japanese family's house in Sylvania Waters, this kind of famous suburb in Sydney, and so we went to rehearse in the actual laundry, but the family was still in a part of the house. They hadn't been like, yeah, it's really bizarre. And we walked past the crew and some of the cast, and they're like, "Oh, gonna rehearse, are ya?" Yeah. And I was like so nervous, and we went in, and it took about 40 minutes. Like every time we went to kiss each other, we get our noses together and then start cacking up laughing. And then
As
something
you do.
happened.
It's hard to do those scenes. You got to get past that.
Yeah, you're getting paid to get it on with someone and make it look real, and yet we were supposed to make it look funny as well. But anyway, something clicked. We were looking in each other's eyes, and we just started getting it on. And I don't know what happened to rehearsal, but you know, I've got my hand down her pants, and we're like really getting it on. I shouldn't be saying this anyway. And then
This is a family show.
This is a tell-all.
Yeah.
Yes, I do bar mitzvahs and children's birthdays. Anyway, and in through the door bursts the grandmother of the Japanese family with a load of washing.
Oh no!
And she drops the washing, and I quickly pull my hand out from the actress's pants, and I'm like, "We're just rehearsing," really loudly. And then all the crew outside started laughing their asses off. They've sent her in saying nobody was in there, right?
Oh, that's classic.
I can't.
That would be an amazing
Oh,
first.
It was so embarrassing.
Yeah.
So anyway, we then had to take it serious. We stayed in there for another hour rehearsing.
Rehearsing should be
Yeah,
air quoted.
with quotes.
No, we were professionals. We've been very, very, very professional. And
Very thoroughly rehearsing your scenes. No
Thoroughly
mistakes.
anyway, we come out of the laundry arm in arm, and the crew just all went silent. And we both had these rather disheveled grins on our faces as we walked past them. So it was kind of, they one-upped us, and then we one-upped them at the end.
Yeah,
Brilliant.
you showed them. Nice work.
That's a behind-the-scenes thing. This thing I've talked about. I've never told people that. I've only told friends.
Well,
That's
that's, you know,
That is
it's not going
awesome.
anywhere. It's just you and us and the audience and the entire
And the
Steam
entire
platform.
blockchain.
And I think
but
this
other than
recording
that-
gets uploaded to YouTube.
Yeah,
so
nobody will hear about that other than
Nobody.
everyone.
Oh no, Pippa's going to kill me. Anyway.
well,
Yes.
it was a good story.
Okay, I'm glad you found it amusing, because I'm feeling like all red now. I'm like, oh shit, what did I do?
Oh.
This is great. I love what we can bring out of people.
We just let them dig their own graves. We just stay quiet and let it go.
Yeah.
You manipulators.
Yeah,
Hashtag blame Steam. I'll blame
It was our
Steam.
plan.
yeah. I could tell
Yeah,
you
love
felt
it.
horrible telling that story. I'm sorry that
Yeah.
you had to relive
I
that
was like-
moment.
Very painful.
All right.
Oh god,
well,
my face hurts from laughing.
we gotta keep going because we got lots of performers. Nathan, you're always
Indeed.
amazing. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for singing. Thank you for telling stories. You're great, and I'm looking forward
Thanks for
to
having me on.
having you back. And I don't know. Maybe Minnow Mayor Town Hall will get another performance or do an interview or something. I don't know. You got more stories to tell, and I plan on extracting them.
Yeah, do it. Extract them. I've got millions of stories. It's crazy. But thank you for having me. I'm really looking forward to hearing everybody else. I'll yeah, just thanks for having me on again too. This is wonderful. Next time I will get my daughter on.
Yeah.
We teed it up for last night. She had a late night gig, but she was going to be able to make it. But then Sarah informed me that it's actually today, and I was like, oh shit, she's working at a cafe. Okay, that's not going to happen. Yeah.
Well, we look forward to hearing her next time. And yeah, thank you so much, mate. You're always brilliant.
Yes, thank you so much, Nathan.
Thank you.
All right, Nathan, keep it going, man.
All right.
That was my outro music. Now,
Yeah.
There we go.
Cue next person.
All right. So, yeah, sometimes you just have to physically grab Nathan and pull him out because he'll keep going, and I love it. But you know, the show's got to go on. We got other performers. We got a Zippy. Zippopotamus.
Oh,
You got a
Zippy.
Zippy. Zippopotamus. Hello.
We got a
Hello,
Zippy.
lovely.
Hi.
So,
Hi.
Zippy, how are things?
Things are good. I've been working my ass off all week, so this is nice.
What were you
I
doing?
got the timing. Oh, I landed a new client. Stoked. I'm
Whoa.
creating a promotional video for a Montessori charter school.
Hey, that sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So I spent all week there at the school filming and observing, and yeah, it's going to
It's
be
a
weird not to be
charter?
there, but it's a charter school.
So the
it's a
state's
Montessori
paying
charter
for people
school.
to go to a Montessori?
Yeah, it's actually really fucking cool.
Freaking A,
Yeah,
that's amazing.
So, and it goes from age 3 to 14. I mean, they're like 8th grade, and they're being prepared at that level. They're being prepared for high school. But it's just amazing. So of course I spent time with like the primary, and then the lower elementary, and then the upper elementary, and then the MAC, the teenagers that are now kind of in this like in between space. But it's amazing. Yeah, it feels like a great honor to have been there, and I'm excited. But I've got like almost 600 individual clips that now I have to film more next week. But somehow narrow that down to 3 to 5 minutes. Yeah, that's going to be a pain in the ass.
I personally went to a Montessori and I loved it.
Did
I
you?
sent my kids to a Montessori very briefly. Yeah, I mean, I shouldn't go off on this tangent, but I attribute being a PhD scientist to the fact that as a kid I went to Montessori because in Montessori school I felt like I learned to love learning. And to me, there's nothing more important than that because, you know, like everything else will come and go. Your interest goes and fades, and girls and boys and whatever else comes into your life, and it's all giant distractions. But if you learn to love learning, it can keep you with it. And that's been in my brain ever since. And sometimes I get real sentimental about that experience that I had and just learning to love to learn.
I just love you a little bit more, Agrod. I mean, I already thought you were rad, but yeah, my partner went to Montessori, and being there all week, I just told him last night, I feel like I understand him better. He's totally a researcher, but he's also just got this kindness sort of built into him. But observing that these kids, I mean, really, they say follow the child, and really what that means is the children are in an environment and everything's kind of at their level. Everything in the like the primary classes was so cute. These tiny little tables and chairs, and all the shelves are really low. And the children they choose their work. So they come in the morning and they say hi to their teacher, and then they like have this 3-hour work cycle where they just go and choose what they're going to work on. And so it's really guided by their interests, and the teacher, they don't even call them teachers, they call them guides. But it's spectacular. You see that like the kids really are self-directed, and they enjoy what they're doing. So it's not like someone's telling them they have to do something or correcting them for doing something wrong. They're just kind of guiding them based on what they're naturally drawn to. So I wish.
You compare and contrast that to the school that Asaria and I went to, where we had a smoking lounge for the students.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we had a smoking lounge.
Well,
Yeah.
you know, you have to learn to love smoking too. You got to do that
Really
at an early age.
I really hope 3 and 4-year-olds don't have a smoking lounge.
You know, it's interesting that you say that, because one of my first jobs as a piano teacher was at a company where he didn't call us piano teachers. He referred to us as facilitators. And I always like that better, that you're facilitating the learning process rather than teaching. There's a difference. It's cool.
Yeah, I mean, the children are really teaching themselves, and it's really cool to see how, and as the age groups progress, the thing that really struck me the most is that they're almost always working together. There's this like collaboration sort of engendered into their way of moving through their lessons or their work. And it's really about sort of the health of the whole. And yeah, just I'm kind of blown away, and who knows, maybe I'll become a Montessori teacher. But I'm pretty impressed.
Yeah, it sounds freaking amazing. I've heard about these schools before. They've not been a really big thing here in Australia, or at least not talked about that much. But I became aware of them, I don't know, maybe 5-10 years ago. And they just sound amazing. Like the way, like, because there's so many issues with how mainstream schools are run and function.
So many.
So to hear that there's more and more Montessoris, and that they're bringing in people like you, such like artistic influences and just so creative, it's really refreshing to know that maybe there is going to be a new generation that can think and act and do shit on their own.
Maybe. I mean, as I said, it's totally been an honor to be there. But both the executive director and her daughter who works there, and this is for their 10-year anniversary, is coming up on June 2nd. And it's the largest Montessori in Oregon. And they, like, people come from really far to go to this school, and there's like this huge waiting list. But my goal is really to be able to bring people who can't actually physically go and observe, so they feel like they're there and they're kind of experiencing what the children are experiencing. So we'll see. I'm diving into it next week.
You know, some of the stuff that you did for Burning Man, like so I send my kids now to Waldorf, and Waldorf has some similar qualities to Montessori, and just covering these kids and like get them when they're making some mud pies or some dirt in the outside, or just at that little the cloth that they put down to get all their work done. I mean, I'm pretty sure you're going to be able to capture moments the same way that you did for that, and just catch these little guys in action.
Oh, Agrod, I thought that you sent them to a Montessori. So what is the Waldorf? What's the difference?
Waldorf is also amazing. My nephews and nieces were all Waldorf educated.
The difference was several $1,000s per year.
Very expensive.
But then it was the good way when we went down to Waldorf. But so I loved Montessori, but the Montessori that she's describing seems to have a lot more social interaction than the one that my kids went to. We went down for like a December end of year celebration, and when I saw all the photos, every single photo was them just at their own little work tablecloth, and I was like, no, kids got to interact more than that. So I don't know if it was just that Montessori, but it was very, very individual, work focused. And the Waldorf is really about like learning how to go communicate, interact, and play with one another. They do slightly more organized lessons than what the Montessori people do, but they also focus on group play and arts and theater and things like that. Just the parts of learning that are a lot of fun. They would do that more.
Cool.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. I mean, I felt pretty good when the executive director told me that she watched some of my videos and she went dancing out of her office saying, "Let's hire her."
Oh,
and
that's
then,
awesome.
her daughter told me that they'd been prepared to settle for much less, but that I'm like exactly what they'd been dreaming of. So that feels really good, and I'm really excited to kind of blow their minds.
That's awesome.
That'll be awesome.
All right. Well, that is all wonderful, cool stuff. But what are you playing?
It's a good segue because Zippy's about to blow our minds right now with our music.
I don't know about that, but thank you for the invitation. And I actually managed to get everything working this time with my sound card and the good audio. So Thanks for helping me make sure that was all good, Shane and Crystal. I've been kind of blown away and totally touched. For the first time ever, I've had one of my songs covered by Mr. Pechi Jemena, and I figure in honor of him covering my song, which totally made me cry, I would play Home Tonight, which was one of the first ones I entered into open mic.
Ooh, very much looking forward to that.
All right, I like this plan.
Yeah.
Do you want to? Will you play guitar and sing just like a note or two and make sure everything comes out okay?
Sure. How's that sound?
The guitar sounds fine. I think everybody.
Oh.
I'm sorry, I wasn't
Wait, hang
pushing
on
the button. Everybody think that sounds okay?
Yeah, not too bad.
How's that sound?
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, you're golden. All right, Zippy.
All right.
Hit it.
I know there are no secrets in this life, no hidden meaning that I will someday find. No one's gonna come and make it all alright. I've got to find my own way home tonight. There's a bitter wind blowing, and I'm coming home, home tonight, home tonight, home tonight, tonight, tonight. Too long I've been wandering down this lonely road, searching for ways to fix me and to make me whole. But my soul's not broken, no, it's just I'm tired of walking alone, but I'm alright. I'll make it home tonight. Home tonight, tonight, tonight. So I open the window and stretch my arms wide. I'm ready to leave it all behind. Like a little sparrow unfolding for flight, I trust these little wings to carry me on so high. Little bird, fly all the way home, home tonight.
Wow.
Huzzah.
You're so damn good, lovely.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, that one. I just, oh, that's my heart. That song's my heart.
Oh, yeah. Man, like, the first time I heard you sing that, you just melted my soul, and you've done it again.
Good. Well, I hope that you had something to catch the beautiful puddle that resulted from that melt.
Oh, you know what? That's like one of my favorite type of music, just that sad, melancholy, beautiful music. I love that song so much, and you sing it so beautifully. And yeah. And that's the one that the Petchy did a cover of, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
If you guys haven't seen it, it's so sweet. He totally made it his own. He said it was hard because it's quite the vocal range, and but he totally made it his own, and it made me cry, and that's a milestone for me because I've never had a song covered before.
Yeah.
I remember that. Yeah, it was beautiful.
Yeah, it's gorgeous, and it's a live post right now, so go give him some love.
Yeah,
Sure,
I'm gonna put it in the chat. It's a huge compliment, you know, that he covered you, and I put that in my music curation this week. It's a beautiful song. And he did a great job with it, and of course, you just did a mind-blowing performance. Your voice is like an angel.
Thank you.
For sure.
I can literally feel the stress melt out of my shoulders when I hear you sing.
Aw, that's lovely. Well, I should sing to you every day.
Yeah.
Well, good. You know what, Agrode? If I perform later, I'm going to put the stress back into your shoulders.
I doubt that very much.
Yeah, I did that on air. As if, lovely. You have an amazing voice too.
Amazing. Everybody. I'm just so blown away by the talent represented.
I know.
In general, but just blows my mind over and over and over again.
I know.
It is an honor to be able to judge open mic because I get to listen to music from all over the world that is just so far beyond expectation. And it, like, as Menno says, he gets so angry because why the fuck aren't these musicians in the mainstream music industry? Like, there's so much amazing music that just shits all over.
The mainstream would destroy us. It would try. It would
definitely try.
Do
Yeah.
its best to shift and mold and take tiny little bits so that we would be unrecognizable by the time it spit us out. So it's really better that we've like retained the authenticity that is our music. So I think there's something to be said for that. And Steam It has been this amazing platform for so many of us who I think have been greatly undervalued. And I didn't even take my music seriously. It's been so much like my medicine that this has been really incredible to then finally, I'm like 42 and I'm finally sharing my music a little more openly with all of you guys. And that's really healing, like in a way that I totally didn't expect.
Right. It really is. And I'm glad you said that because I hear a lot of people on Steam that say that, and I'm one of them. I kind of took a break from my music. I kind of got burnt out. And, you know, once I joined Steam It and started to get some lovely feedback, it was inspiring each week to create music, to record a performance. And I've heard that from so many Steemians, and I think it's wonderful.
Yeah, I think not just with the music, Steam It seems to affect the sort of creative revival in people. And my mom wanted me to make her an account because she read all the comments on my first open mic entry, and she cried, and she said, "Oh, can I be on that? Can I be on this Steam It thing?" It's just the way people seem to interact. There's something magical about it. So thank you all for being part of that.
Yeah,
Thank you. At all. It wouldn't be anything without you guys. Honestly, it's just been brilliant.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yep. All right, now that I've figured this out, Agrod, maybe on Minnow Town Hall, whatever it is, I'll actually be able to join you with a little more solidity. Yeah, I know. We shall see. I've overtaken our couch, so it depends on if my partner comes home or not.
Love it.
All right. Yes. All righty. Yay, bug. And thank you, everyone else. I'll see you guys around.
Thanks,
Bye.
Zippy.
Bye,
Bye.
Good night.
I'm live. Oh, very well, fine, sir. How are you, Mr. Orchestrate? It's a magistrate in Planktown, but he's an orchestrate. No, I wasn't saying. Yeah, no, I wasn't saying like you're a straight orca. I just assume they are.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da, da-da-da-da-da.
What's that?
We need more triangle.
We really do. Always.
Shane, do you even have it ready? Like, are you prepared to triangle?
No, my cat stole the little handle, so I can't triangle right now.
I know. It's unbelievable. Hey, Agrode, I think you're still muted.
No, I unmuted. I'm back.
Okay.
Ron told me that people apparently don't want to hear a one-sided conversation. So.
Well, why not? It kind of makes it more interesting. But
you just have to, you have to pretend that I'm rambling about something. Most people can figure out what I'm going to say. Hey, where did this come from? How did you inspire this? Why did you write that? Thanks for being here. Like, I might be more predictable than I prefer.
All right. Well, Bug, I'm so happy that you're here. What are you going to play for us?
Well, if we're going to follow up with Agrode, hopefully it's Spin Doctors.
Oh, yeah. I'm totally going to do. Yeah, I'm going to do
Shane are playing two princes? This is amazing.
I'm sorry, man. All I heard was spin dolphins. I can't help it.
Yeah.
He's in his show. His brain's there. I love the commitment. Why don't you put a post into the Discord here so that people know what you're referencing when you say plank down?
Yeah, 1 second here.
Because people have to know. And I'm apparently going to get written into this as an orchestrate. And I was trying to figure out what that term was because I hadn't heard it actually out loud. But I'm pretty excited about this. Globey's involved in this. I'll have like some bit part. I don't know. I like the art is pretty. The show is fun. I don't know. Bug has done a nice job kind of spearheading this project.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Fun. It's a little bit of fun, you know. It's just kind of my wide-eyed wonder view of the, you know, the whole Steam It experience. And I wrote a new post today. I started doing this little series in between my regular post like this one, just called Anatomy of a Planktown Post, and the sketches that I first get from Darrow Snack and stuff like that. A lot of fun.
I flagged the law and the law won.
Yeah, that's the latest one.
All right, so what are you performing tonight? What are we going to listen to?
Well, I was going to break out Hallelujah, you know, like one of my favorite performance songs, but you know, I was just thinking about it and I thought, you know what? I'm going to pull out something I've never really done publicly.
Wait. This is still music, right?
Whoa.
Family show.
I think you guys might think you're still talking to the Australian guy in the laundry room.
Oh, shots fired. Shots fired.
Dude, can I get a witness? That's one of my songs upcoming. Flags fired. Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. Oh, yeah. So this is a song. I wrote this back in, looks like 2014. I've never released it to radio. It's called I Will Remember This. And I have a really, really close buddy. His name's Dave Traintinger. Lives up in tiny little towns like 6 houses and a dog. Maybe not, a couple thousand people. It's called Nipigon, and it's up near Thunder Bay. And Dave is, he's one of those guys. You know, he owns 2 trap lines. He's got a gorgeous wife and 3 kids, a log house he built with his own 2 hands, and he can fly anything, drive anything, and kill anything. He's a guy's guy. And nothing softened Dave up like when he had his first kid, and it was a little girl, Megan, and I named her Magpie. She's married and has her own kids now. And I sang at her wedding. I was there to put Band-Aids on her knee, and you know, Dave and I would go fishing, and we've got a million stories. But this song just kind of it honors the progression of his life as a father, and he's the best father and husband I've ever seen in my life. And believe me, being divorced twice, I know what I'm talking about. And so every single morning, his wife, Wendy, which this whole thing is just hilarious because Dave is full-on Native American and Austrian. He's an Indian German. I shit you not. And he looks fully native. And his wife, Wendy, is from Finland. She's as white as a sheet of paper. And she would get up at 4:30 in the morning every single day out of bed, get the baby out of the crib and Megan, and stand in the front window and wave Dave off to work in the absolute pitch black for him to go cut trees down with a chainsaw for Domtar. And now he runs the town of Nippekin's water plant, and he's in his early 60s now, and we've been friends since like 83 kind of thing.
I got nobody like that. My best friend and I have been best friends since 1988. And I'm 38, so I guess we're at 30 years of friendship. So I can appreciate where that bond comes from.
Yeah, you start thinking about, you know, that length of time starts to weird you out a little bit. You've known someone 30, 40 years, you know, that's a lot of beers and French fries.
For sure.
So what's the song that is coming out of this story?
It's called "I Will Remember This." And, you know, that's it. You know, Dave's a man of faith. We were in church together. He's got these huge callous hands, you know, hunts moose every year. I definitely respect someone who, you know, fills his own freezer with food. I'm pretty soft. I don't have the heart to do it. I still just go to Costco, but he's a cool guy.
All right. Well, I think that's a good introduction. I'm pretty excited for this song. Are you playing instruments with this?
Yeah, I'm just going to play the guitar live, and I you know, it is what it is. I haven't broken this song out. I played it a little bit for Global Cop the other day, I think, but I haven't broken this out in a couple years, really, so I barely remember the chords. But I love the song, and I'm just kind of felt more like doing something original at the last minute. So
can you play some of those chords? Don't get like totally sucked into the music. Just hit us with a little bit of guitar, and let's make sure.
How's that?
I think that sounds beautiful. Can you guys chime in? Azaria, Crystal, Shane?
Sounds good to me.
All right. Well, apparently only Shane and I are going to evaluate it. It sounds good.
Well, I'm off and running. I'm going to take these headphones off, and I've hidden the chat because I've gone down that damn road before. So I'm flying blind until the song's done.
Yeah, that's for the best. You don't want to see the memes I'm going to put up.
Each day I turn the key, and a tiny piece of me drifts away like starlight into eternity. I could waste all of my time wondering why I'm here, spend my life on song and wind about someone else's fear. But each morning our front window frames her face as she holds up our little girl wrapped in grandma's lace. And I close my eyes and fold my callous hands, lay my head down on the wheel, And I pray the Lord you've given me this day. To this little girl seems real. As I pull away, I pinky swear and blow her a big kiss. Lord, I promise that I will remember this. I punch that clock, work my 8, heading out so I'm not late. See the note my little girl wrote, 'cause I'm about to go. And as I take that tiny crumpled piece of paper in my hand, the words I see staring at me make my heart grow. Daddy, I pinky swear and blow you a big kiss. And I promise that I will remember this. And I close my eyes, fold my callous hands, lay my head down on the wheel, and I pray the love you've given me this day to my little girl seems real. As I pull away, I pinky swear and blow her a big kiss. Lord, I promise that I will remember this. I can still see my wife bending down to tie a shoe. I blink my eyes and now it's time for something borrowed, something blue. An angel bathed in light on my arm, all dressed in white. As I turn to leave, my baby girl is tugging on my sleeve, and she holds me close and whispers in my ear, Daddy, I pinky swear and blow you a big kiss. And I promise that I will remember this. 'Cause I saw you close your eyes and fold your callous hands and lay your head down on that wheel. And you pray the love that you'd given me that day to this little girl seemed real. As you pulled away, we pinky swore, and you blew me a big kiss. Daddy, I promise that I will remember this. Daddy, I promise that I will remember this.
That was awesome.
How nice was that?
Man. You got a killer voice.
Oh, thanks, guys.
Some of these guys might not know what country music is, being that I don't know if they have country outside of the United States, but maybe Canada has some too. That was beautiful.
Thanks, guys.
We have country here in Australia too.
Well, yeah, like Ingenuity, he lives down near Nashville, and I just sent him my album last night. He's like, "What? You do country?" I'm like, "Oh, okay, yeah, sure, a little."
Are you gonna be singing for Plankton?
Oh yeah, like I do all the vocals on the songs, on the YouTube songs. That's all me singing. I flag the law. I do the rewrite and do the song. Brown Eyed Krill. That's all me.
Brilliant.
Krill. I get it. It's like Brown Eyed Girl, but it's Krill instead.
Yeah, going You know, going instead of going down the old mine with a radio, it's going down the old pirate ship with a something dipping do-si-do. That's fun.
Well, it was such a lovely voice. I mean, lovely might not be the right word because it's this like really manly thing, right? It's this deep like, I ride on horseback and I killed 1,000 men. Like it's got like a real like manhood to it too, but it's such a sweet tune.
It's lovely and manly. And,
well,
yeah.
You know what? I got my little bag of hammers from the Lord when I was born, and I didn't get the skinny gene. I didn't get the great hair gene. The Lord said, "Okay, here's your bag of hammers. I'm not giving you a lot, but you'll be able to sing the lowest notes of Johnny Cash and the highest notes of Vince Gill." So I'm actually a baritone first tenor, and I can sing Vince Gill in the original key.
Nice. Yeah. I like your voice. It is low and smooth. It's good.
Do you have a cowboy hat? Like, were you singing that in a cowboy hat or no?
No, not tonight. But here's just a contrast. Here's a little bit of "Take Your Memory With You" from Vince Gill. Do you know that one?
I don't, but it is.
So I won't have to think about the lonely nights I'll be without someone to hold me when the cold wind blows. Take your memory with you so I won't have to miss you. But take your memory with you when you go.
That's kind of a nice riff. I'm surprised I've never heard that.
Oh man, yeah. I can read the writing on the wall. Yeah, Vince Gill. Ooh, doggy. I want to go down to that cafe that he plays at this cafe all the time, and I think if I play my cards right, I probably know enough people I can jump on stage and do one song with him if they don't shoot me first trying to do it.
I think what I'd like to hear you do, I'd like to hear you sing the song where I spun it. I'd like for you to like. This is maybe too egotistical, but I thought my song of and I could ride a horseback and I could kill 1,000 men sung in that sort of like sweet tune. I'd love to see a character sing something like that in like the manliest voice ever, but also sort of like that like sweet sound while also being a braggart.
That would be cool. It's funny. Look, I was raised country. That wasn't my fault. My uncle played pedal steel for Tommy Hunter and stuff like that up this way. And so, but there's a little bit of like, I don't know, like Irish or something in there. Like something happens weird when I hear Irish music. It's like, I don't know. I just want to go catch a leprechaun and do stuff. Like you consider like the theme tune that I'm in the middle of singing for Planktown. Like listen to the guitar work on this. This is totally lilty Irish, right? Oh, sorry. Still working on it. Kind of lilty, you know.
It sounds good to me. Were you seriously muted that whole time?
I wasn't muted the whole time. Just at the end. Well, when I went to go type "Lily, are you ready?" I didn't want to go type over Bug IQ, so I muted myself mid-performance, then forgot to come back. It's live radio.
It happens.
It's a shit show, and you people have to love me anyways.
We do.
It's the law. Love Aggie.
Yeah, and you know what? It's the Muppet Show. It's our Sounds of Steem Muppet Show. It's all good.
It is. I'm just doing my best. There's a lot of things going on. You have to get the GIFs or the GIFs. And you have to have the argument of whether it's the GIF or the GIF. You have to get the artist. You have to figure out who's next. You have to go make sure that the co-hosts actually show up. gotta get Shane to bring the triangle that he's famous for and chose not to bring. Like
Yeah.
there's,
I will break that triangle when it's a special occasion.
I mean, I'm just saying that it's hard to be Kermit. Like I didn't appreciate Kermit growing up, but I understand the trials and tribulations of being Kermit.
Oh, I know. It's hard.
You ready?
Well, okay, Bug.
There's so many
Yeah, there we go.
about rainbow. It was on the other side. Sing it, kids. Da, da,
Yeah, if everybody could just sing at a different stage of the song, that would be great.
Yeah, because
It's
of the
around.
delay. Right.
What's so amazing that keeps us stargazing? You got to do it in the like country twang.
Wow, there.
Wow, there's so many songs about rainbow.
Yeah.
What's on the other side?
Now you got to spit out some chew.
Oh yeah. Come on, Silver. Let's go.
And now you have to kill the man that you're playing poker with because he was cheating.
Really? Dude, I'm 350. No one cheats at poker with me.
Well, you haven't played poker against me. I gotta get shit. What is it called when you put the aces at the bottom of the deck? I can't even remember.
I don't know.
Stacking the deck. I mean, I could stack the deck a little bit.
I think that's called suicide or something like that.
No. It's called a guaranteed win. All right. Well, Bug, this has been highly entertaining. I didn't realize I'd heard you sing, but I didn't hear that deep country voice before. That's exciting to me. I
really like that.
I got a pickup truck. I lived down in Texas for years, and I didn't like country at the time I was down there. But when I came back to New England, I found that after having listened to my lab mate's choice of music, which was usually country or classic rock for the last 4 or 5 years, I missed it. And the other thing I found is that if I was driving my wife's car, I didn't miss it so much. But if I was in my truck, I suddenly missed it quite a bit. So it's good. It's good to have. It's good to have somebody around here that can play country like it ought to sound. So
You got
thanks.
time for?
Absolutely.
You want to hear one line of Don Williams just to see what the bottom end of the voice is actually like?
Just do it, man.
Yes.
Yeah. And if you got a little Johnny Cash in there, we could do that too.
Oh yeah, I've always got a little Johnny Cash in me. Just 1 second here.
He's like, there's a gas called helium that raises your voice. There's a gas that goes the opposite way that'll actually take it down. It's creepy as shit. He's probably breathing in some of that right now.
This better be I Believe in You.
Because you're mine.
Well, let's see. I'll do one line of that Don Williams tune. 'Cause I'm just a country boy.
Whoa.
Money have I none, but I've got silver in the stars, gold in the morning sun, gold in the morning sun. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went high, and it burns, burns, burns. The ring of fire, the ring of fire. Oh, the taste of love is sweet when hearts like ours meet. There you go.
All right. Good times.
Oh, I like that song.
Thanks for having me on, guys.
All right, it's great having you.
Yeah, thanks for coming, Bug. I'm gonna go grab Lily. Let's go bring Lily down. Bug,
All right, see you, Bug.
Take care, guys.
All right. Thanks for being here. Hey, Lily, how are things?
Hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you great. How are things tonight?
Hey, things are great. It's my birthday, actually.
It's your birthday. Hey,
Oh,
congratulations.
happy birthday.
How old are you turning? Do you want to tell us? You can lie to us.
Probably
We
shouldn't
won't
ask
know.
girls generally off the
Well,
bat with that.
she can say whatever age she wants. Tell us what age you would like to be.
I'm turning 29.
All right. Is this your
I
first
believe
time
it
turning
too.
29?
Happy birthday.
That's fantastic. Well, thank you for sharing it with us. I mean, we're a bunch of Muppets, but we're glad to do the Muppet Show with you. This is great.
I love Muppets. Thank you for having me on the Muppet Show.
So, Lily, how did you hear about Steem? I don't think I've interacted with you on the block before. Maybe I have.
She's brand new. She
brand
entered
spanking new.
open mic the other week, and I just had to place her amazing voice. And then I was like, we've got Sounds of Steem. I must have her on the show. And she showed up, so I am stoked.
Oh my gosh, thank you, thank you, thank you. That's super, super kind. Yeah, I'm only, I think maybe 2 weeks into Steam It now. And it's a super simple story, actually. I was just out on a date with someone who I thought was super cute. And I mentioned something about writing music. And he was like, oh, have you heard about Steam It? And I was like, no, but do you? So I just hopped on, and it was super cool. I saw the open mic and checked out the music stuff, and there's so many talented people on there, and I thought it was really neat and had to try it, and thank you guys for having me.
Well, I did actually. Whoa, that was a lot of weird noise.
Oh, it's feedback from us.
Lily, you might. Oh God, the show's gone satanic.
Oh no! All right.
It's the Satanic Muppet Show.
Lily, do you have headphones?
Yeah, I'm grabbing a different pair right now. All right, is that better?
Yeah.
I don't hear myself right now. All right, so Lily,
Excellent.
I have actually interacted with you on the chain. So Menno, he was like, Menno has to be like one of the most involved Steemians ever. He cruises this place, looks for music, finds new talent. Sent a post my way. So I didn't recognize the name because I didn't memorize the name. I was just like, all right, I'll listen to this song. But then I heard you talk, and I'm like, oh, actually, this voice sounds familiar. I've re-steamed you already. What song did he send my way?
I think it will have been her second entry into open mic, because he sent that one to me too, and he was talking about it in the open mic judges chat, saying how bloody brilliant it was.
Yeah, it's the burn I've loved. The burn I've learned to love was the song that I've re-steamed, and I'm like, wow, this is a good musician. I'm happy to go send it. And I guess you're also an actress as well.
Yes, I am. I'm actually very new to music.
Oh wow, no way.
And I came to it because I was working in theater at the time, and when I wasn't working on a production, I just kind of turned to music as a way to scratch the creative itch. And I think it's fundamentally storytelling. I found a lot of similar outlets and things that I enjoyed about both, but I'm enjoying the music journey so far.
So what did you act in? Is there anything that we would recognize off the top of our head? Like, and where are you coming from? Like, what continent, what country?
New York City. Well, I was born in Asbury Park, New Jersey, but I've lived in New York City on and off for about 10 years. And I went to college up here. And I'd say most of my resume has Shakespeare and classical credits on at this point.
Nice.
Yeah, it's super fun, and I love Shakespeare.
Same here.
So much fun. Oh, actually, for my birthday last night, 2 of my friends came over, and we invented this game called Shakespeare Curtain Calls, where whenever a song comes on, you have to assign like whatever Shakespeare production that song is going to be the curtain call for.
Oh wow, nice.
You are a theater nerd. I mean, that is the essence of theater nerddom.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
I'm not saying that there is. I mean, that's just like, you're a theater nerd. And now I get it. Now it all makes sense. I do have to, I got to share with you, my family has been going down to Belmar for something like 60 years. Um, so I'm going to be in Belmar sometime this summer. Do you ever catch the train and go back to Asbury Park?
My family's there, so I go to visit them, and then I immediately go back when it's too much family time. But,
Well,
but yeah, it's a great place. I love the shore, especially now. They've really a lot of cool restaurants and bars, and there's a really neat music scene happening. It's super cool.
and Asbury Park is fun. Like it might be weird to talk about some of these local places, but you can. Where my grandfather finally settled is a town called Belmar, and I can walk from Belmar to Asbury Park. And there's a boardwalk that goes that entire way. And every now and then the ocean swells up and just literally rips the boardwalk out of there, rips all the beaches out of there. But then all these New Jersey people are like, no, we want these back, and they rebuild it all. They put all the sand back, or they truck in new sand. And so every now and then the whole thing kind of turns over a couple times. But the boardwalk is gorgeous. The sun is high. The waves are like 6-foot swells or whatever. So it's good for family time, and I've been going down there for years, and I don't know, who knows? Maybe I'll catch you on a ocean day one day this summer.
Maybe.
So what are you feeling like playing? What do you think you're gonna do? What's the choice du jour this evening?
The Burn I've Learned to Love, actually, if it's okay with you guys.
Hey, no, I think well, people were excited. I mean, like, you know, Menno is a bit of an excitable character. Normally he's pretty chill, but he got the bug. He heard your music, and he shared it with all of us and said, "You got to go hear this." And I heard it. I'm like, I got to go share this. So I could understand it. So I'm excited to hear this again.
And he was very, very happy to hear that you were making this show as well.
Thank you so much for inviting me. Thank you so much for all these kind words. It's really cool. It means a lot. Thank you, guys.
Well, this is what Steem does. I mean, I know I'm a cheerleader, and but we got a couple cheerleaders in here, so I don't feel that bad. But you know, like, we try to build this community, we try to build the music community, and we try to just find people homes in the Minnow Support Project and the Peace, Abundance, and Liberty Network. And people find homes, and they'll come and go, and they'll do whatever. But the more that we can make this place a good spot for musicians, I feel like talented folks like you will attract other people, and you know, they'll want to hear your music, and they'll come to Steem, and they'll come to D Sound, and they'll come to D Live, and come to DTube, and our ecosystem will grow, and we'll all moon, and during that time we'll be nice to each other because we're all incentivized to be nice to each other, and it'll make people cry when they get to read the comments and just how healthy this place is. And there's a lot here, and I know that there's some frustrated folks, but this place, there's something magnificent about it. So welcome to the Steem community. We're glad to have you, and I'm so excited to hear you sing live this evening. It should be awesome.
Thank you so much.
All right, you ready? Will you strum a couple chords for us and just make sure that everything sounds okay before we go live here?
The picking is...
But you got to give me a little bit more than that. Give me like 4 bars.
Okay.
All right, that sounds perfect to me. Does anybody else have any different thing to share?
No, that was awesome.
Yeah, I think we're good. All right, I'm gonna go mute myself again and take it away, Lily Wilton.
Thank you, guys.
Hold on, Lily. Lily, for some reason you need to push the. I don't know if you were pushing to talk or something, but you're not playing right this second.
Oh no.
Now you're back. So let's try this again. So you're live. Take it away. I think we can hear you again.
Live radio.
She vanished. Lily, are you there?
Oh no.
So sometimes when you're doing, it sounds like when you're doing the really quiet music, the mic isn't picking it up.
Yeah.
Did you
I can try putting the gain up.
say that again?
I can try increasing the gain and putting it closer.
Yeah, gain a little closer, and in Discord you can actually turn the sensitivity down. Did you do that with Ron?
I didn't do it consciously.
Okay. So this is something that we got to fix. So in your sorry guys, live radio. I'm gonna go try to troubleshoot this. Next to where you would.
And this is worth hearing properly.
Yeah, he didn't sound check Lily. So that's what's going on here. The in the bottom where you would type, there's the little user settings icon. It's next to the mic, next to the deafen, and then it's user settings.
Yeah.
All
Yep,
right,
she was sound checked and it was working fine when we listened.
All right, so now inside of this, once you click on that, there's voice and video. And inside of voice and video, there's an input mode where you can switch between push to talk and voice activity. And you want to go choose voice activity, and then you want to drag the slider all the way to the left. Does that all make sense?
Not quite. Thank you for your patience, everyone.
Yeah, we're going to try. Well, I mean, look, for the people that have heard this song already, they know that this is worth the wait. So if there's any grumps, then you'll live through this. It's live radio, people. So anyways, did you find the settings? Like that thing?
I think I might be looking in the wrong place. I see user settings next to the deafen.
Yeah, click the user settings. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things down is voice and video.
And increase the input sensitivity.
And you want to, like Ron put into chat, you want to drag that the input sensitivity all the way down. Toriko, that's a great question. Ron, what happened to Sammy? Is Sammy gone forever?
So, Crystal.
Yes.
So while we've got this coming on and we're going to get this fixed off, when are we going to hear you sing?
Well, as I'm sure you can hear, I'm still croaky.
No.
It's coming to... I am.
Just give us some blues. Nobody will care.
I don't know blues off by heart. You have to practice a song. I mean, I can probably throw out a random line or two of one or two different songs, but there's not a whole lot I can do.
Well.
Plus, I don't want to, you know, crap out after all of these brilliant performances.
Lily, how'd it go? Did you get it settled?
I did. I'll try a...
Yeah, so let's play a couple notes again. Give me 4 bars of something quiet, and then we'll see if we got you going again.
All right. Is that working?
It's working. It's still a little quiet, so I can either turn you up, but I think it's better if you turn it up yourself. Is there any? Can you up the gain a little bit for the guitar, or just move it closer to the mic?
Okay, it is.
All right, that sounds. I think that sounds better, Lily. So let's give that a shot, and then I don't know. Why don't you take it away, and we'll come chat a bit when you're done.
to live above the ground. And I need the roots. And oh, what a lovely well we found. Oh, what a lovely well we found. I'm getting stronger than this town. I'm ready now to move it. It hurt the whole way down. I have got the marks to prove it. Keep their pretty roses. Now I much prefer the thorns. Champagne feels so tasteless. You're the burn I've learned to love. You're the burn I've learned to love. You make me silent out the windows, like the city's gone to sleep. Oh, I don't know how far this world goes, but I like how water tastes when you're this deep. But I like how water tastes when you're this deep. Let them keep their pretty roses. Now I much prefer the thorns. Champagne feels so tasteless. You're the bird I learned to love. You're the bird I learned to love. Give me the burns, give me the bruise. I'll only win if I know I can lose. I'm finally home. Let them keep their pretty roses. I much prefer the thorns. Champagne feels so tasteless. You're the fun I learned to love. You're the fun I learned.
That was brilliant.
Yeah, rock on.
Sorry, I wasn't sure if that was another silent moment and you were coming back in. I was just like, I don't want to interrupt. I almost did that last time. Wow, that was beautiful. I'm just so glad that we found you and that I convinced you to come on here because, wow, just you're brilliant, love.
Thank you so much for inviting me. This is so cool. And I got to do it on my birthday.
Woohoo! Again, happy birthday.
I think the Steam community found another winner in the Steam musicians category. Stoked to have you. Stoked to listen. That was lovely. We a couple people noted we overpowered it a little bit on the mic, not the singing, but the microphone itself. So we got to tweak that a little bit. We'll do a better sound check next time. But even still, like the music sounded lovely. Those high notes were like I can't imagine hitting those high notes. That was great.
There's an angelic nature to her voice for sure. It's haunting.
Thank you.
No worries at all. It's so easy to give you a compliment about your music. I love it when people are like, they just have no idea how fucking amazing they are. And yeah, you're bloody brilliant.
So much support on this platform. It's so dope.
Well, here's to hoping that we get not just 2 songs, but many more out of you. Like, do you have a bevy of handcrafted music that you've authored yourself? Like, where are you? Because you said that you came to music rather recently. Like, are those the only 2 songs that you have, or do you have like a whole repertoire?
I've had a whole repertoire for a while, and I mean, I've played at cabarets and such, but for the most part, these songs have just kind of been sitting in my living room. And on my last theater gig, the head of sound had reached out to me after a cabaret, and he was like, "Hey, I really like your stuff. Like, record it all for free." And I was like, "Well, I'm never going to turn down that offer." So after the show, we just bought a bunch of bourbon and recorded some more of the songs, like in this random tiny little storage space at the theater. And he set up acoustic panels and I've had a body of work that's been ready to go without really a platform or an outlet. So I'm stoked to be here, and thank you guys for giving me the chance to do that.
And you know about D Sound? I don't want to harp on something that you already know about. You're aware of D Sound?
But I know nothing. I don't know anything about anything here. So the more information I get from you guys, the better. And I appreciate every single bit of it. So if there's anything that you can tell me about it, I would love to hear it, please.
What's the careful part of that, Zipporah? Because Zippy has like 8 songs up on there, and Azaria has a whole bunch of songs up there too. I guess a couple of people are saying don't use D Sound, but there's a couple different platforms of DTube, DLive. You could put it. They delete your track after 7 days or something. I'm not sure that they.
Yeah, so make sure you have backups and stuff. Don't let that be your only copy. With open mic specifically, we prefer YouTube entries just because it's easier for embedding them and stuff. But you can also detube your entries. Just always include a YouTube link. And yeah, I think DTube gives you some extra rewards. Or is that DLive? I'm a space cadet. DLive will give you some votes, and I do think that D Sound will as well. But okay, well, you should listen to other folks. Don't listen to me. But there are different like ways to go store your media. YouTube works, and then you can embed it. You can use DLive, DTube, and all of those are good spots. DLive, you can probably catch some good votes off of, maybe DTube as well. So yeah, for sure, you're going to want to go figure out ways to go get your music onto the platform, because I think you'll have a friendly audience, and people in here will help get you started and share your tunes. And certainly, so I got Minnow Mayor Town Hall tomorrow night, so I don't know if you're around, but if you want to go introduce yourself to some of the people that aren't necessarily part of the music scene, but just are people that are part of the community at large, you're welcome to come on that and just introduce yourself, and we can share more of your background, a little less about the songs and a little bit more about who you are, what you're looking to do, and I would invite you to that too.
Thank you so much. That sounds really dope.
Yeah, well, if you'd like to join, it's the same kind of format as this. It is still a Muppet show, but less performance, less singing. But again, we'll have a different audience, and I never know what's going to happen on the show. But usually there's people that come to promote stories. Sometimes they'll perform. Who knows? But it's just a way to sort of introduce yourself to the Steam community outside of the music community. And I don't know, you seem like good people, so I'd like to help.
So much. That means a lot.
Okay, so we're nearing the end of the regularly scheduled time. This thing should go on for about 10 more minutes. I'm betting that it's going to go on for another 30 or so. I want to go. Well, we got Jose, and then we're going to have Azaria, and then Crystal. Do you think you're going to perform?
Maybe. I'm going to try and have a sing through and see if I can do it. I am still croaky. So if I suck, it's not my fault if I do this.
I have the same thing to say. If I suck, it's not my fault either.
We're covering our asses.
That's right. It's Shane's fault if we suck.
With all this talent, it's really easy to feel overwhelmed by the level we're going up after.
Oh yeah.
All right, Lily, we're getting a little feedback. Whoops. All right, I had to go pull Lily. Lily was giving us a little feedback, but Lily,
it wasn't feedback. It was the alien sounds, because the aliens have joined us. So.
All right, I'm gonna go drag Jose on here. I don't know if Jose is ready for.
Hi,
hey,
how are you today?
He's
how
right
are you
there.
today?
Jose, I'd like to say a couple words. Zapatos, naranjas, and vegetables. So now I've said a few words.
I have to say some words too.
All right, hit me.
I have to say, panda bear and kangaroo and potato.
Okay. No, I mean that sometimes you just got to say some words, and I'm glad that you were able to say some words with me.
It works.
Of course, this is like a free place.
No, it was great. I will use that phrase every day of my life from here on out.
Oh, that's so great.
Okay, so, Jose, what? How many ladies' hearts are you planning on breaking this evening? Like all of them, I'm assuming.
Can you say that more slowly or in another way, because I don't understand what you say?
Yeah, I don't. I want to even just try it in Spanish. ¿Cuántos corazón va a? How do you say break? Cut, correr.
Oh,
cut.
Of course.
How many lady hearts are going to split open this evening?
Of course. You how can I say that? I know. I don't know, because I try to be like. I think a few.
I think a few.
just own up to it. You're gonna slay.
Yeah, there's. I bet. I mean, I'm not a fortune teller, but I do think some panty icons are going into chat when Jose starts singing here.
Usually, we do see the red panties flying from time to time when he performs.
So, Jose, what are you gonna sing tonight, and what's this about?
Well, I want to play 2 cover songs. 2. I can?
Yeah, I'm not gonna tell you no. I shouldn't. I don't know. Are we hold on. Are we going till midnight? Is that what's gonna happen here? Do I just need to?
We can. Yeah. Yeah, we can. It's just let it happen.
If it's gonna happen, we gotta let it happen. If Jose is dying to do the 2, I'm inspired. In part because I know Jose doesn't play like 8-minute long songs. So, like if these are assuming that they're not 8 minutos.
No.
Okay. If they're relatively quick. So what I want you to do, just play them in succession. We're not going to chat in between. So I probably shouldn't use the word succession. Play one song and then play the other, and just play them right in a row.
Just give us a little intro of the second one when you swap over.
Well, I want to introduce the 2 songs right now. A ver,
Okay.
The first songs is one song in English. I want to try to sing in English here. And,
What
and
song?
try. This is Banana Pancakes from Jack Johnson.
Okay.
Nice.
And I love this song, and I love this song, so I want to sing here. And the other song that it's a cover to, it's a canción, ¿me estás escuchando? A song from Juanito Macandé. Juanito Macandé is a musician, a Spanish musician that have great songs too, and I want to play that too here. So, well, I'm going to sing.
All right. So
now.
hold on. You got to give us a little bit of guitar. Play a little guitar so that we can just make sure that it's not, the mic is okay. Yeah, you're good. You're good. Life is great. Go ahead, do your thing. And hey, take it away, Jose.
Okay. We could pretend all the time, yeah. Can't you see that it's just raining? And no need to go outside. But baby, you hardly even notice when I try to show you. It's always meant to keep you doing what's supposed to. What can I do early? Maybe we could sleep. Put your banana pancakes, pretend like this is way tonight. We could pretend all the time, yeah. Can't you see that it's just raining? And no need to go outside. But baby, like a ukulele, mama made a baby, but you don't want to practice, cause you're my little lady. Lady loves me, cause I love to love you, lazy. We could close the curtains, pretend like this and go outside. Vamos con Arañando el Aire de Juanito Macandé. Arañando el aire, larga hambre detrás de mí. De pronto tus ojos, no. Droga nueva para mí y una casa para querernos, con maceta de hoja verde, con los balcones abiertos y que el aire fresco entre. Pensar en tu boca, echarte de menos, fumarme un porrito y perderme en tu pelo, decirte al oído, contigo me leo, me siento en el aire volando muy lejos. Araña mis carnes y sangro de felicidad, que no quisiera huir jamás, no. Oh, yo contigo respirar. Pensar en tu boca, echarte de menos, fumarme un porrito y perderme en tu pelo, decirte al oído, contigo me elevo, me siento en el aire volando muy lejos. Thank you.
Wow, man, that was brilliant. And you just did both of them so seamlessly. Kick ass.
Que bonita.
Muchas gracias.
Hey, de nada, amigo. Look, my Spanish.
Oh.
Look at my Spanish go. I learned Spanish in high school and escuela. All right. So,
Oh, escuela.
sí, sí, es la verdad. I have lots of useful
Bien.
Spanish phrases. I don't want to say them just now, but that was
Lo que
great.
pasa es que fíjate que
No, you can't speak that. Like, you know how I spoke quickly to you and you couldn't understand it. Like, if you go past what you would say to a 4-year-old to me, I'm no longer good at Spanish. In fact, I'm not good at Spanish, anyways. So, okay, what do you what's your plans? Like, do you do music professionally? Do you just play at some clubs? Is this just free time?
Bueno, ok. Bueno, Meno, ¿tú estás aquí, Meno? Meno estará por aquí, Meno.
I think Menno's
fake newsing.
yeah. I think he's at Anka's birthday party, so I'm not sure he's actually able to jump in.
No está aquí, amiga. You know, we have a translate bot.
For me, it's
write
audio.
it. Or I can.
Oh yeah, write it. That would be cool.
I don't know how to write it. It's for that I want to speak in Spanish.
No, but that's puede.
Well, how can I say that to you? I have 18 years old, and in my country everything is a shit about the music, so I don't have the opportunities to produce my music like in a professional way. But instead of that, I play in the street like all the day, and I play in everywhere because I want to play. So when that page comes out, I think that I'm a professional musician since I'm here on Steemit. I think that.
That's awesome.
I would have to absolutely agree, and you did really well there, man. I would absolutely say you're a professional musician with how you present yourself on Steemit. Your craft, your original music is just phenomenal, and you really give it your all. And if I'm not mistaken, you're branching out and doing other shows as well, yes?
What?
You just did another show as well before this? You're hosting a radio show?
I have one radio show that I have to be the presenter or the, you know what I'm saying?
The host, yep, the presenter.
Yes, that. So I have that podcast, and right now, we're having one podcast in one Spanish community, and I was invited to that too. So, I was sharing with them like a few 15 minutes ago, and I was singing in that Discord channel too. I was so funny, and there I can speak in Spanish, so I have more words to say too.
¿Cuántos años tiene? How old are you?
Ya te lo digo, hermano.
I think he's 18.
Yeah. 18. 18. All
18
right.
with this much talent. It's insane.
Well, I was just wondering, because it's like, does he have time to sort of build a career? But he's so young. Like, you know, you're gonna get discovered at some point. I bet I haven't seen a picture of him, but I bet he's very handsome too.
Yeah, he's not too bad on the eyes. Yeah, I mean, the situation in Venezuela does make his goals a lot more difficult than, say, people in other countries. But I love that Steemit is giving him an opportunity to really showcase his music to the world.
Well, and hopefully it doesn't take that many votes to turn him into, you know, like a young man that's doing pretty well for himself in Venezuela.
What?
He's saying he hopes that Steemit is helping you do well with your life in Venezuela, sort of thing.
Of course. If Steemit doesn't exist, probably I was like starving of something like that, because Steemit buys my food and the food of my family too.
Yeah, Jose actually looks after his family with his earnings and buying food. And I've heard from a lot of our Venezuelan musical entrants that basically Steemian is putting food on the table for their families and friends. So it's really amazing to see the real world impact that, you know, a music contest can have.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
Jose,
I really think that all of you don't imagine, you can't even think what means to the people here to gain money or this page, you know, it's like some kind of magic of breathe of, and I don't know, it's like a good vibe for everyone.
well, yeah, Jose, thank you for coming on. Thank you for performing. Your voice is beautiful. I'm sure you had the most panties thrown at you of anyone.
Yeah.
And thank you for playing. And I look forward to hearing your next performance. All right. Hey, look at that. Muchas gracias. I'm going to go pull Jose back into the crowd here. Does this mean that it's time for Azaria? Is that what's happening here?
I thought so. I hope so, because I'm not ready. I wanted to try and practice before I actually went on, and I haven't had a chance yet.
Azaria.
Can you hear me?
Oh,
yes.
Yeah. Are you in a gigantic stadium?
I have moved to a huge stadium for my performance, yes.
This is awesome.
I apologize for the reverb. Very sorry. So,
It's a trippy effect. I hear a lot of you.
yeah, there are many of me performing this evening. So, hello. I will be performing a song called Awakening.
Can you give us you're going to play with piano too?
Guitar this time. How's that?
Well, I turned it up a little bit. You were coming in a little quiet, and I don't know if you're still quiet. So can you give us 4 bars?
Okay. How's that?
That sounds awesome to me. I'm going to jump out for a second so I can try and see if I can do something. But I love you, Asaria, and I will try and catch the end.
Okay, thank you.
All right, I turned it back a little bit, and they're saying that your guitar is louder than your voice. Is that something you can tweak?
Not really, because I just have the mic pointed at my voice, and the guitar's just, I guess, the mic's just picking up the guitar.
All right, just is. What do we?
You know what? We like it that way. I like my guitar louder than my vocal.
Well, they're saying you gotta pull the mic a little bit closer to your mouth and a little further away from your guitar.
No.
Yeah, just a little. I'm sorry, Shane, I can hear you. Make her do it, Shane. Shane, we're relying on you.
No.
Mayo minnow.
Mayo minnow.
All right.
Well,
thanks, Shane.
All right, Shane, just keep an eye on it, and if it's bad, just put the microphone inside of my mouth.
can possibly be? How did you even feel anything at all? I know, 'cause you might have left me at all. You might have left for me. Didn't you ever care for me at all? Hey, I know. And if this is where our story ends, then it's where another one begins.
Wow. Awesome, hon.
It was an abrupt ending. I wasn't ready with my huzzah yet. You're going to have to play it again so I can get a good huzzah in at the end.
Okay. There. Huzzah!
Huzzah! Woohoo!
And you were still late.
Well, what are you going to do? Worst Aggie ever. The worst aggro in this damn server. Well, Azaria, I'm not even sure that I knew that you played the guitar, if I'm being honest. I don't think I knew that.
Yeah.
I figured you just played everything.
I just I picked it up yesterday. I just learned it yesterday.
Oh, that was pretty good. That's pretty good for yesterday.
You know, the guitar is what I studied in college, actually, classical guitar.
Oh, that sounded very classical.
Oh, yes, yeah, very classical.
Now, I thought I heard some minor chords in that. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know, it's shocking. I know.
Yeah. I was expecting a major scale, and then you went with minor, and I'm like, oh, yeah, that makes some sense.
Yep, there you go. It's all about minor. So, I tried to put the mic as close as I could. Could you hear the vocal?
Yeah, no, well, it was a little bit quiet, but it was like hauntingly quiet. It wasn't, to me, it wasn't bad quiet. A couple of people said that it was clipping, but I didn't hear a clip. So maybe that was just Discord doing that, and then on the recording it'll be okay. I don't know.
Okay.
But to me, it sounded great.
All right, cool.
You sound great.
Thank you.
You're welcome. It's nice to hear your voice. It's nice to hear my buddy perform.
Yeah.
She is brilliant.
I mean, I don't know if people know, but Zari and I spend hours together. Hours and hours every week on air, chatting. She asked me a question, and I talk for 45 minutes, and then she asked me a question, and I talk for another 45.
I love it. It's my favorite show.
That's how those shows go.
All right. Well, thank you. Thanks for listening to me. And so what? We're gonna have other people now come back on.
I think Crystal's gonna play or sing.
I just sang through it, and I definitely got off at times, but I'm willing to just throw myself under the bus here and completely humiliate myself and hope no one pays attention.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Yeah,
I
this
can't
is
wait.
great. So when was the last time that you sang sort of in a public performance?
Well, I entered open mic week 17. That was my last open mic entry, and I basically lost my voice for 6 months after it. Actual gigs and performances since before I had kids, so a decade.
All right. Well, welcome back to the stage. This is Crystal. We're so glad to have you. Menno is back. Menno, you missed the time by like 8 minutes because we had Jose, and Jose wanted to go speak in Spanish and have you translate, but you were fake newsing us, but now you're back. Long story. Anyways, Crystal, the main headliner right now, is coming back from coming off the bench, a 10-year hiatus from her music career to go hit us with some vocals that are gonna go like blast your eardrums to the next level. We're turning it up to 11.
I am so ready for this.
Now, what are you gonna sing? What are you are you gonna play anything, or are you just singing?
No, I sing a cappella. I'm not good enough to play instruments. I can't even speak right now, so this is going to be great.
You sound nervous.
I am nervous, and I've been sick. So really, like, I just, after everyone else has been on, you guys have been so amazing, and I used to be kick-ass at singing, used to be being the operative word, but I've had a lot of vocal damage and stuff. So do you see how I'm prepping you guys so you're not let down?
Now, is this from like a full vocal screaming at Osbit Bank at time? Is that where that comes from?
Not at Osbit Bank, but it was literally, yes, screaming at someone.
Okay.
I destroyed my voice pretty bad, and for about 7 or 8 years, I couldn't sing at all. Like, nothing would come out when I tried to sing. And luckily, the year leading up to joining Steem It, I started to get my voice back a little bit. I managed to get 2 entries out in open mic, and then, yeah, nothing for a while. Just read Osbit in chat. Yeah. You had it coming.
Great. All right. Well, I feel like I successfully antagonized you both with that comment. So I'm ready to hear you sing. This has been on the radar. I know I'm kind of prolonging this a little, and maybe I shouldn't, but this has been on the radar since we've been doing this. This is now Sounds of Steem 4. We do it monthly, so like for 4 months, there's been the like, hey, ho ho, Crystal's gonna perform, and then like it doesn't happen. But now, tonight, you're not gonna chicken out. You're finally gonna do it, and we get to hear your lovely voice. I'm excited.
And it shits me. I should have done it last time. I had way more voice last time. So
well, you were scared out of your mind and didn't do it. And now we're bringing you back. We're bringing sexy back. So what are you going to sing? What are you performing? And what's the inspiration for this?
I'd go back to a classic because I had not prepared anything. I haven't sung in a week or two just because I've been sick. So I'm really coming out of not singing for a while at all, just even locally recently. But I was thinking, why not do the Waltzing Matilda entry that I did for open mic last time, because I can at least sing that a cappella without it sounding too dodgy. And yeah, hopefully I don't fuck it up too bad. And I'm happy to explain some terms when I get back.
All right. Do you want to just give us a note or two, or like give us a bar of singing just to make sure that you're not overpowering the mic, and then...
So I should pick the loudest bit I do?
Probably.
Waltzing Matilda, waltzing Matilda.
What'd you guys think?
Too loud?
That was beautiful. It sounds great.
I think...
that was fantastic. I wish it was longer.
I need to be drunker for this. I've only had 1 drink. I should have been hitting it hard.
Yeah, what? I thought we were drinking it up tonight. What's going on?
All right, I think
I've been drinking just slowly.
I think it overpowered just a little bit. So I don't know what to do about that. Maybe when you're going to hit that high note, just take a little bit of a step back or something. I don't know, because
I'm on a headset only. I can try and take it off my head. Oh.
No.
I'll just try and stick my hand in front of it a little bit so it acts as a filter, maybe. Super technical stuff.
All right. Well, there we go. So they were saying that it clipped a little bit. So Discord is clipping that when you go big, it's going to clip a bit. So maybe you just pull it back a little when you're belting it, or
I'll try to. I suck at pulling back. Like that's but I'll do my best.
Ron said to pull your t-shirt over your head while you were doing it.
Sure thing.
I mean, it's not. I think it's audio only, right?
Yeah.
All right, then you should be good. All right. Well, I've delayed this long enough by asking lots of questions and putting up just a little bit of drama before we get here, but.
And I appreciate that.
It is my extreme pleasure to have Crystal coming out of her 10-year vocal retirement to go perform in front of a live international audience. Take it away.
Once a jolly swagman came by a billabong under the shade of a coolabah tree, and he sang as he watched and waited till his billy boiled. Who come a waltzing Matilda with me? Waltzing Matilda, waltzing Matilda, who'll come a waltzing Matilda with me? And he sang as he watched and waited till his billy boiled. Who'll come a waltzing Matilda with me? Along came a jumbuck to drink a bella billabong. Up jumped the swagman and grabbed him with glee, and he sang as he stowed jumbuck in his tucker bag. Who'll come a waltzing Matilda with me? Waltzing Matilda, waltzing Matilda, who'll come a waltzing Matilda with me? And he sang as he watched and waited till his billy boiled. Who'll come a waltzing Matilda with me? Up rode the squatter, mounted on his thoroughbred. Down came the troopers, 1, 2, 3. Who is this that jumbuck you've got inside your tucker bag? You come a waltzing Matilda with me. Waltzing Matilda, waltzing Matilda, you come a waltzing Matilda with me. And he sang as he watched and waited till his billy boiled. Who'll come a waltzing Matilda with me? Up jumped the swagman and leapt into the billabong. You'll never catch me alive, said he. These ghosts may be heard as you pass by that billabong. Who'll come a waltzing Matilda with me? Waltzing Matilda, waltzing Matilda, who'll come a waltzing Matilda with me? And he sang as he watched and waited till his billy boiled. Who'll come a waltzing Matilda with me?
Huzzah!
Now look at you. You don't. Okay, I no excuses ever again.
I sound funny still. I'm more nasal.
No, oh my goodness, you sound so beautiful. I'm so happy that you sang. I'm so proud of you for doing it. I know we've been talking about this.
The crowd's going crazy. There's emojis flying everywhere.
Thank you guys. You're being too kind.
That got my nipples hard.
Oh God. And that's it, guys. Thanks for coming to Sounds of Steem.
It was a 5-nipple performance. Absolutely.
Well, thank you so much. I'm glad I finally just bit the bullet, but yeah, I hope to get my voice back a bit more soon so I can hit the notes properly.
Oh, you did though. That your vibrato is so beautiful. Those high notes, so good.
I think I went a little bit higher than I normally do with that too, because it's like I went to hit a note, nothing came out. I'm like, go higher, go higher. But yeah,
beautiful.
Thank you very much. You guys are too kind.
No, I'm stoked to have you do that. I'm especially. I always like this show. Putting on this show is fun. I know that there's technical glitches, and I screw up 3 times per show, and people get overblasted and pull back and all this other weird stuff. But you get a couple of these moments that are just epic gems, and to be a part of your singing comeback, and to have you perform live on here, that is a joy. I'm so proud of you. Thank you, Crystal, and thank you for doing that. on Sounds of Steem.
Well, thanks for having me and letting me crash the end of the show.
No, it's very special, you know, that this is your comeback. It's wonderful. And it was such a powerful, beautiful performance. So thank you so much for singing.
No worries. Thank you. I'm all like, freaking out now.
Well, you are wonderful.
It was lovely, Crystal. Yeah, besides the nerves, no one knew that you haven't sang in 10 years. Besides you pointing it out.
Well, that's good. But yeah, it's so hard to put yourself out there. So I really respect everyone that comes on and gives it a go, because it is shit freaking scary.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, I still don't fully understand that. This is a supportive community. You know, the audience is international, but it's like, you know, this is like a coffee house performance is what this comes down to. You know, this isn't like, I don't know. I don't quite get the nerves.
Well, it's not just, I don't think it's that we're nervous for Sounds of Steem. It's just the nerves of performing. I think every performer, it's normal to get nervous before. And people like Crystal and I, who we don't perform that much, that's almost terrifying.
Yeah, I think
I was having a little bit of a panic attack with Asaria in private message.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think a lot of people, when it comes to this aggro, their music is their art, and it comes from a very, very deep personal space.
Yes.
And they're kind of afraid to share that because they're afraid if people don't like it, then they feel sort of rejected at the same time. I think that's just sort of a natural act that a lot of artists have, especially when it comes to music and they don't perform in front of audiences much.
Yes, very true.
For sure. I mean, back in the day, I remember singing in the middle of South Bank in front of crowds of random strangers without, busking license, just going for gold, having fun. And I would perform every week. I studied music. I was just in it and living it. And I think that just having damaged my voice, I've completely lost all of that confidence that I'd built up after years and years and years of performing in front of crowds. And yeah, 10 years is a long time to have not thrown yourself out there. So I really appreciate all the support, guys. Thank you so much.
Well, how does it feel to have done it? Like, are you glad? Are you filled with regrets?
I'm still having heart palpitations. I'm totally going to be listening to the recording and being like, where did I go flat? Oh my God, I know I fucked up somewhere.
Oh, wow.
During it, I'm like,
You have more, balls is the only word that's coming to mind, than I do, because I will not be listening to the recording. I never want to hear myself after.
Oh, I hate hearing myself, for sure. I hate it, but I have to know if it was as bad as I think it was.
Nope.
It was not bad at all. It was awesome.
Well, yeah. No, you go listen. You got nothing to fear there. You're okay.
Well, thanks, guys. It's now I'm gonna start coughing.
Well,
Sorry.
that's good. Let that energy out of your vocal area. Cleanse the chakra. Hopefully your voice comes back. The damage is done and the healing is finished, and we'll get you singing again and performing again. And I don't know, just back to filling this earth with the beautiful vibrations.
Yeah, I would really still like to, record a piano track of a song that you like, and then you sing with it. Like, we'll do a collaboration.
Oh, that would be awesome. I suck at any of the music side of things, so yeah, I would love to do a collab with you, Saria. That would be an honor.
Yay!
Oh man, I'm still having heart palpitations from it. Fuck.
Well, take a drink.
Yeah.
Fully.
Nothing that a little whiskey can't solve.
Yeah.
Fully.
Okay.
On it.
It's I know there's a couple people that are willing to perform again. The Bug IQ, I think even Zippy said that she would. I bet Nathan K we could rope in. We could do this for hours more. But I am sadly starting to pumpkin. And I'm not sure that I can go keep like hosting this without just screwing up a lot. So I think we got the songs in and the singers in and the performers in that we hope for. There's 30 more minutes till Clay. So Ron's telling me go.
Next month, just so everyone knows, we're going to bring this Sounds of Steam back to the morning time, which is the Saturday.
It caused a lot of confusion.
Yeah, Agro did actually cause a lot of confusion switching to this time. So I don't know if we're going to alternate, but, you know, we can all discuss that. But next month for sure, it's going to be, it's at Agro's normal forum time, which is 11 a.m. EST on Saturday.
Yep. All right. So people are saying we got to go play for 30 more minutes. So if you are a performer that is in the audience and you got another song that you want to go dish out, then let us know. I can do this for 27 minutes. That
you know what? It's Nathan said it. You know what? Here's the problem. If we do it too early, it's a problem for Australia. If we do it too late, it's a problem for Europeans. And like Nathan was saying, if we split the difference, but I'm pretty sure that there's shows on in the middle of the day on Saturday. That's the problem.
Yeah, we've got a pretty full schedule most of the time when people are up.
All right. I'm seeing Bug IQ and Zippy are both ready to play another. So I'm gonna pull Bug IQ back on, and then we'll chat with him for a bit, and then I'll pull Zippy back on. And hopefully she'll play a lullaby, and I'll try not to fall asleep during the lullaby. But let's go do that. Here's Bug IQ. Bug, hey, are you there? Mr. Bug? You're muted. I don't think I muted you. Let me see if I did. No, you're muted.
No, I did. I did that. Sorry.
No, well, that's very Canadian of you, the way that you say sorry.
Yeah, I apologize again.
Yeah, no, that also is very Canadian. But that's fine. I mean, so you are actually Canadian? Is that correct?
Yes, I live about an hour and a bit east of Toronto by this big landmark up here called the Big Apple, not to be confused with New York.
All right. Well, I've been up there. I like it up there. I actually have to go there every so often. So maybe you and I get to go grab a pint somewhere. Toronto's kind of a big city. I dig it up there.
Yeah, it's great. I live in Apple country, you know, just, I don't know. Honestly, when I'm driving home from my gigs on these backcountry roads, I listen to the Toronto traffic report. Just makes me smile.
Man, I tried to move far enough outside of Boston so that I wouldn't have to deal with it. But there was one time I took my kids to like some little play area, and the thing is like 3 miles from my house, and it took me 45 minutes to get home. And I'm like, damn it, I think I have to move again.
Yeah, you know, I spent so many years in Toronto and Calgary, big centers. I don't mind them, I guess. No, I do. I love being, you know what? I live alone in a house on 6 acres by myself. I rent it from my doctor for like nothing.
That's a pretty good gig.
It makes it hard for me to buy my own house because it's like literally, I mean, it's laughable. She could charge me 3 times and people would still bang the door down to get in.
Well, how'd you get that deal? What'd you do?
Her babysitter that raised her kids was here for like 20 years, and she only charged her $400 a month Canadian, the whole 20 years. And when I moved in, she apologized and she said, being Canadian, I feel like I need to raise the rent. I'm going to put it to 6. I tried to keep a straight face, and I'm like, oh, and I had that fuck my life look on my face. Well, okay then. She knew I was joking, and she knew she was being kind. And it's part of the reason it lets me play music semi-retired. Like I only play about maybe 12 to 20 shows max in a month. I might play 18 shows, but I play lots of double days when I play that much. So I have lots of time off. So I'm semi-retired. you know.
Well, rock on. What's song number 2 gonna be, Bug?
Well, I thought I'd close my part of the night and do Hallelujah, which was my first intended song, if that's all right.
I see what you're doing now. I get it.
Now, which version is this going to be? Is this the Leonard Cohen, or is this oh, I forgot his name all of a sudden.
It's a bit of a Cohen style thing, but I just thought I'd give you guys like maybe another look at my voice to something else that I do. I play almost 400 songs of all types. I do everything from Vera Lynn, The White Cliffs of Dover, right up to Stevie Wonder, Superstition, and I'm like just going for it on guitar when I'm playing, you know. So, how's everything sound? Pretty good?
Yeah, that sounds great.
Sound awesome.
I can dig it.
Okay, should I just go for it, Ag? Or?
Yeah, please do. We're ready.
All right. I've heard there was a secret chord David played and it pleased the Lord, but you don't really care for music, do you? And it goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, the minor fall, the major lift, the baffled king composing hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Your faith was strong, but you needed proof. You saw her bathing on the roof, her beauty in the moonlight overthrew you. And she tied you to a kitchen chair. She broke your throat and cut your hair, and from your lips she drew the hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Maybe I've been here before. I've seen this room, I've walked this floor. Used to live alone before I knew you. And I've seen your flag on the marble arch, and love is not a victory march. It's a call, and it's a broken hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. There was a time you let me know what's real and going on below, but now you never show it to me, do ya? And I remember when I moved in you, the holy dark was moving too, and every breath we drew was hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Maybe there's a God above. All I ever learned from love was how to shoot at someone who outdrew you. And it's not a cry you can hear at night. It's not somebody who's seen the light. It's a call, and it's a broken hallelujah, 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 hallelujah.
Beautiful, Bug. Beautiful.
That was awesome.
That was freaking amazing. And I love that song, and that was just beautiful.
Didn't Zippy play that for us once too? I thought that she played because there was a female vocalist that sang Hallelujah for us. So I'd love to hear. I like male and female duets. So if I could hear like soft lady voice on that too, that would just be a dream come true.
Tried to give it to you at the end there.
Yeah, that was maybe Melavi did that. Sorry that I confused them, but yeah, it was awesome, very talented, and just that deep male vocal and that soft female, I feel like would just melt hearts everywhere, because that was beautiful as it was. I mean, I'm not trying to complain. I would just love to hear yet another set of vocals on that, because that would be a dream come true.
Bug, that was really, really well done rendition. It's one of my favorite songs. So thank you for playing it.
Thank you.
Yeah, brilliant performance too, mate. Absolutely beautiful vocals. I need to hear you sing more and to open mic more often, mate.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, see, I'm roped in.
I'm trying to get there. I haven't got there yet, but Planktown's underway now. You know, we're swimming, so I'm letting a few other things kind of go. So I'll probably try and get there.
Well, it would be lovely to have you, because wow, just you're brilliant, dude. Need to hear more of that.
Oh, thanks so much. I appreciate it.
No worries. And my viewing is somewhat restricted because open mic takes a while. So if you're in there, I'll get to hear.
Yeah, I'll just have to wrap my head around the rules again. I know how to do it. I just have to remember when I'm supposed to post it and all that stuff.
Yeah, that bit always gets everyone. Time zones suck, people.
Oh yeah.
Well, Bug, I'm glad that you came back on. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for performing. That was great. And
I really appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
Well, and I'm hoping that you'll join us again. You know, come as you create things for Planktown, come share them on Minnow Mayor. I'll keep resteaming those posts. I think that's a great little project you got there. And I feel like, you know, I personally, as like a parent, one of the things that I keep wanting is more like anarchist or libertarian, or just like, I just don't want some other thing teaching my kid to be a princess. Like, a princess is just such a useless person, right? Like
the way they're portrayed, hell yeah.
Yeah, as they're portrayed. I mean, like, you know, you just run around and you spend millions of dollars or billions of dollars on things that don't seem necessary, controlling people, and like, I don't need to go deep into that, but just like having an alternative that's like a cartoon that a kid could watch, that like.
I hear you, and we're totally working on that. Like, you know, like Planky, like, you know, my kind of character as little Plankton, like, he's not afraid of anybody. Like, he went after that orca like no trouble. You know, his grand Plank fought in all the big flag wars. He, you know, after he worked on the blockchain gang for a long time, he taught Planky really well. You know, mixed plankton arts. He's really, you know, he's
mixed plankton arts.
He's a little badass, that guy.
Yeah.
No, I believe in that. Like, you know, I feel like no one should be bullied. You know, you stand up for yourself. And, you know, honestly, this is just something about me. Like, from the time that I could lift a 40-pound cinder block, you know, I was beating up bullies at school. That was my thing. I kicked the shit out of bullies. That was my job. Love it. Anyone, and one of my best friends, she had like cerebral palsy. I stuck with her all through grade school, all through high school. She sat in the seat either behind me, in front of me, beside me. This huge fucker, Glenn Seeger, we're good friends to this day, but he came to our school in this tiny little place called Brecken. I lived in Lagoon City. Man, look it up, Lake Simcoe. I went to high school in Aurelia. Glenn Seeger showed up one day. Oh my God. 14 years old, 6'2", 210 pounds, no fat. And we went out on the playground that day, and Glenn said, you see all this, Mike? I had known him 2 days. He said, all these bitches belong to me now. I kicked the legs out from under him and I sat on his chest. I said, not here, fucker. You're not in the city anymore. And he shook his head. He's like, whoa, okay, dude, seriously, it's all good. And that was just it. I can't stand bullies. I love libertarian stuff. Don't tread on me. I won't tread on you.
If Ron's still in the audience, hopefully he'll go post the image of like the Gadsden flag where it's got like a grenade or something where it instead is saying, nobody fucking mess with us. I'll blow us all to bits.
I got to see that, man. Grab it, Ron.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. But
you guys are awesome. I appreciate it so much.
Well, I'm excited to have you perform. I'm excited to see where Plankton goes, and I don't know, maybe Planky will do some plank jitsu and kick some.
I like it.
In self-defense, mind you. You know, we don't want to stir up some violence, but you know, this is do no harm and take no shit land.
He doesn't start any shit, and I'm telling you what, that Orca, he wasn't allowed to have a flag in Planktown that night in the saloon, and he knew it.
Well,
and nobody knows where he was hiding it. I can't guess. I don't know fish anatomy.
But you know, flag free zones don't work. I mean, just because you say there's no flagging during the show, you know, people are still going to get their flags out. You can't just make rules like that. The law abiders, they'll obey it, but the criminals won't. So what good is your flag free zone?
Well, Globey's got a gun, man. He's not afraid to use it. A 6-shooter full of flags.
Yeah, them's the breaks. All right, sir. We got to go. We got 10 minutes. That's enough time to chat it up with Zippy 2 and listen to one more song, and then pass it over to Clay.
Zippy!
Right.
Thank you, Bug. Thanks for coming on again.
Thanks. Good night, everybody.
Night, Bug.
Hello.
All right, we got a Zippy. Zippy, how are things?
Hi. Am I back?
You are back.
Things are great. This
do you
has
feel
been
like
awesome.
you're back? All right. It's a fun show, right?
It's pretty fucking sweet. Yeah.
We love Sounds of Steem.
I concur. Yes.
The late night thing is killing me a little. I got to be honest.
Yes.
This is
okay.
like I'm an old man now.
Old man. I think we're not that far away in age. So
get off my lawn.
Get off my
All
lawn.
of you, it's now midnight. Shut up.
I get to sit there listening to you, like tossing coins in your hands or type. And when you say also, and it sounds like oso, which just makes me happy every time. I think we should start a game every time he says that, like some special emoji or something, because it sounds like you're saying oh, like OHSO, oso.
Is
awesome.
my coin tinkering? Is that actually coming through pretty well?
I always hear it. No, don't feel bad. It's like part of the like soundscape of aggro. Yeah.
The clickety clack, the coins. I don't know what else.
That's just aggro. Yeah. That's just you. It's good.
Well,
we all know. We all know. We love you.
All right. Well, Zippy, what are you feeling like playing for round 2 here? What do you think?
How's this? I'm not gonna play. I'm gonna sing something. I'm gonna do acapella. Yep.
Yay!
And because you said it, I mean, I thought I was gonna play a cover, but you said a lullaby.
Yeah.
And so I'm an auntie, like biologically 9 times over. I've been an auntie Zippy since I was 16 years old. Wow, yeah,
that's a lot.
It's I'm like the quintessential crazy auntie that the kids love, and like they're like, wait, you're not quite the parent, but they respect me, but they still. So it's been fun, but with all of them, especially when they were little, there was a particular song that I would sing to them that they would actually ask for. Zippy Enya, Enya, Zippy, Zippy Enya. So I thought I would sing you what I used to sing to my nieces and nephews when they were really little. And also I was hoping Dracos would pop back on because I know he really loves Enya and he kind of requested that, but I tried to let him know, but I don't think he's in
dog. Here. Let's go buzz him.
I tried. I did say, hey, by the way, I think I'm gonna sing something you might want to hear, maybe.
Well, there is a recording of this. You can go get him to listen to the recording.
So, Yeah, I figured you're sleepy. So if you want to just pass out on your keyboard,
Yeah, well,
close your eyes.
there is a danger of that. All right.
Okay.
Without further ado, Zippy, let's go. Play Enya. What is it? What's the title of the Enya song, or is it just the name of the song?
It's my favorite Enya song, "Evening Falls."
All right. Well, here is Zipporah with "Evening Falls," a cover of Enya.
When the evening falls and the daylight is fading, from within me calls, could it be I am sleeping? For a moment I stray, then it holds me completely. Close to home, I cannot say. Close to home, feeling so far away. As I walk the room, there before me a shadow from another world where no other can follow. Carry me to my own, to where I can cross over. Close to home, I cannot say. Close to home, feeling so far away. Forever searching, never right. I am lost in oceans of night. Forever memories, those memories I left behind. Even though I leave, will I go on believing that this time is real? Am I lost in this feeling? Like a child passing through, never knowing the reason. I am home, I know the way. I am home, feeling oh so far away.
Gorgeous.
You are such a great singer, Lovely. That was beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And didn't you were another one that took a pause from like singing and performing, right?
Yeah, I've taken many pauses. It seems to happen. It's almost like, well, I do so many things, and so I used to feel pretty tortured about those moments of silence or non-activity in one of my facets. And I've learned that I have to just, it's like surfing, and I have to kind of let my muse go between the different waves, and the best I can do is try and catch them and ride them and let them be lulls, and when that's what's needed. And what's amazing is that even if I feel like there's some part of me that's like, wow, if I'd just like really stuck with it or just committed and been doing it for all those years, how amazing would I be now? But the really cool thing is that even if I haven't been, like I didn't play my guitar for 9 years, and then when I picked it up again, it was like I'd been marinating and life had built different sort of texture and sound and movement into the way that I engage with the instrument. And so the same thing has happened with my voice. And I mean, my voice has always been there, whether I was just singing for myself quietly or actually sharing. I mean, it's kind of how I survive. It's my solace. It's the way I comfort myself. So, but yeah, same thing. Many years, I really at this point didn't think I was going to ever share my music widely. So again, I'm reiterating what I said earlier, but this has been amazing. So thank you all again. I really will never have words for how deep my gratitude runs.
Well, thank you for sharing it. It's beautiful.
Yes, thanks so much, Sippy. I love your voice. It was so nice to hear it. Sometimes it's nice to hear, the a cappella versions, and you really get to just sit with that vocal. It's very, I know I always say this, but it's angelic to me.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
A cappella is definitely in my wheelhouse. Guitar is, I picked it up because I felt like I had to, but I definitely am more comfortable just voice.
All right, folks, we're down to 60 seconds, and then Clayboy's going to start with his philosophy show.
Thank you all again.
Thank you for coming on, Zipporah.
Zippy, you're brilliant. Thank you for sharing.
Very gifted. You've been listening to the Sounds of Steem. This is a Steem musician-focused digital concert hosted in the Peace, Abundance, and Liberty platform. It's on msp-waves radio, of which I'm proud to be one of the creators of that. I've been joined by Azaria and Crystal and Shane, very well known in the Steem music community here. Me less so. I just ride their coattails, but it's been fantastic. I'm very grateful to the many extremely talented performers tonight, and I hope that you have all experienced a great show while being here.
Yeah, thank you everyone for coming. It's been an awesome show.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, guys.
Shane, do you have a triangle you'd like to hit?
They're all beautiful.
No, we're into Clay's time at this point, so I'll say good night, everyone.
All right, good night, guys. Thanks so much, and have a
Good
great
night.
have a great evening.
Good night.
Bye.